Hey guys, welcome back. Let's just get right to it. This past week, SCS dropped the 1.41 experimental beta, offering multiplayer online play for up to 8 players. There's currently no mod support in the game, but a lot of modders have figured out kind of a roundabout way to add mods to the game, at least temporarily until full mod support is implemented. We're going to just do a quick crash course on how to do that tonight. This is a screenshot from last night after me and some friends figured this out. We're running, Dom's Diesel and Chrome 379, our VTC flat glass W900. You can see, different cab options. We've got a couple of trailers we threw in there. We got the Ravens trailer from Dro, an edited cattle pod that we've been working on within the VTC. Anyways, let's get right to it. The game, right now, it will block you out of multiplayer if you have any mods loaded in your mod manager. So we kind of have to work these mods in through the existing game DLC. First thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to opt into the game beta. It is, I think you have to opt into it with a password. Just go on Google, search SCS Forum 1.41 beta. You'll immediately find the thread about the update for the experimental beta. You can read all about this if you want, but the main thing is here's how to opt into the beta right here. They give you a password. You need this password to opt in. So from your Steam library, find ATS, right-click, Properties, go to betas. That's where you drop this code in, hit check code. It'll give you the option to opt into the 1.41 beta. It's going to start downloading files for the game. Just give it, I don't know, a few minutes or whatever to get all updated, and you should be good to go. You're updated to 1.41. So how do we add mods? First thing you're going to want to do is navigate to your ATS game folder. It's usually under Steam, Steam Apps, Common, American Truck Simulator, and you'll see, all your DLC files in here. You may see that there are DLC files in here that you have not purchased on the Steam Workshop. I believe what SDS has done is maybe given everyone kind of like a dummy file in here. In the case where you try and join a game where someone else has a DLC content that you don't own, it won't crash your game. What we have to do is grab one of these and add our mods to one of these and then repackage it as an SCS file properly and just kind of overwrite it in here to allow us to load the mods in the game without having anything in our mod manager. You can see we got this one at 1.2 gigs. That's the one we slapped a bunch of mods into last night and successfully played on multiplayer for several hours with 5 or 6 people. So in order to extract this properly, however, sometimes you can extract these SCS files with the Sdx extractor. That's all well and good, but how do you package it back up properly? Someone gave me a tip on this yesterday. You need something called SCSArchiver. Again, you could search SCS Forum, SCSArchiver. It'll pull you right to the thread where you can grab this from. I would read this. This has some good tips on how to use it, what the different functions do. But I'll walk through what we did to load our stuff into the game. I'm sure maybe there's different or better ways to do this, but this worked for us. And shit, we're slapping more mods into the game tonight, as far as I know. Download the latest version. You can, grab that from your downloads after you download it. Let's see. I probably moved it yesterday. Yeah, alright. Bear with me a moment. I'm going to just get to the archiver to show you how it works. So, yesterday, I decided I was going to test adding something to this Valentine DLC. I owned it. I didn't I don't ever use it. It's just some paint jobs and a steering wheel, really. Like, who cares if I had to lose that in order to get some mods working? That's what I was thinking. Let me just test adding a truck and see what happens. I tried just, extracting this with SCS Extractor and then compressing it with 7-zip, and the game wouldn't recognize it. So you definitely have to use this SCS Archiver tool. We don't need these links up here anymore. We'll get rid of those. Let's see. So to use the SCX Archiver, you run that exe file, extract. It's going to ask you what you want to extract. I'm not going to extract this. This is the one I opened up, but what you're going to want to do is make a copy of this DLC Valentine, or any of the DLCs really, to another location. I would make a backup of it as well, so make 2 copies. You're going to run the extractor. It's asking me to pick that. And you can specify a folder where you want it to dump everything into. So make sure this is checked to search for root entry in the archive. I believe that has to do with the encoding of the file for SCS to recognize it. I don't remember. I probably left that checked yesterday, but anyways, get all that set up, hit extract. When it extracts, you're only going to have a couple files if you just use one of these small skin DLCs. You'll probably just have automats, maybe the vehicle folder, that kind of thing. When you look at the manifest, the new manifests have additional lines into them. MP visible, relative priority, secret key. I believe the secret key has something to do with multiplayer. I really don't know. I haven't taken that close a look at these. This MP visible definitely matters. But you don't want to change this file. Leave the manifest, leave all the original files in there. Literally what you're going to do is go to your mods folder, any mods that use extracted that you want to use in the game. For instance, this is a truck we added in. You're just going to grab the folders. Don't grab the manifest. You don't want to overwrite the manifest or anything like that. You just want the folders. That's all you need. Just right click, copy, paste in here. We copied in 2 trucks, copied in 2 trailers, copied in a wheel file, copied in Craig Farm's engines file that the trucks had compatibility for. Just some stuff to test. Initially we tested just 1 truck, but then we added a bunch of stuff, like a handful of items to try. Now you got everything you want in there. Go to the SCS Archiver, create. You're going to enter the name of the archive, and when it asks you to enter the name of the archive, you're going to go to your file path and then put in the name. So you want it to be the same as the original DLC file, because you're going to overwrite it. So we specify that. I would hit save normally. I'm just going to hit cancel now, and then you're going to pick the path where you want it to go. So I mean, we specified the name. You could specify the path if you wanted to drop on the desktop or something like that. Do not click this remove root entry. That has to do with locking it and I guess encoding it for SCS. Click use compression. Don't click that last one. Click create. It's going to give you like a progress bar. It takes a couple minutes. I think this file uncompressed was like 700 or 7 gigabytes or something like that, and then it crunched it down to 1.2 gigabytes. And the sound files were in here. They compressed fine. It must have a way of encoding those where they don't get screwed up by compressing them too much or something like that. At that point, you can literally drag and drop your files back in, let it overwrite in your American Truck Simulator folder. And let me see if I can run the game and show you. I'm going to pause real quick, switch monitors, and we'll record while I jump in game. Alright, let's check this thing out in game. Alright, so just to show you, I would definitely start a brand new profile. Fresh profile, never used any mods. You know, you could use like a profile jumpstart thing to get your level and your cash flow up. You know, get a couple garages and stock SCS trucks. Don't add any mods. I could just show you right now. I don't have any mods loaded in here. So look at that. That is not an SCS truck. You know, we've got that truck. We've got a couple of trailers in here, you know. Got Dom's Diesel and Chrome truck in here. You know, everything works. You have to buy it through the truck dealer, because the mod dealer is not working because you don't have it loaded as a mod. We've tricked the game to add it into the game, so you know, you gotta click on a dealer, shop online, that kind of thing. Does it work in multiplayer? Am I just BSing you? Look at that. I've started a convoy. I believe when you go in there, if you have a mod loaded through your mod manager, it grays everything out. But like I said, we had 6 people in there last night. The only thing I would take into consideration when you do this, you want to use a DLC that you and your friends all own. We tried it last night. One of the guys in our convoy was able to join and play with us, but he didn't own the DLC that we had used, the Valentine DLC. And you know, the trucks and trailers were not all showing up for him in the menus. Like, he was able to actually buy a truck and not customize it for some reason. He was driving around in this flat glass that was stock. But as soon as he bought the DLC, then everything worked for him. So that's why I was thinking, you know, some of those files you might see in your folder might be a dummy file. So make sure you use something that you and your friends that are going to play with you all have, or, you know, just buy a DLC that you guys can drop stuff into. Any mods will work. Paid mods at your discretion, private mods at your discretion. You know, you're having to send these out and share them with people. So as long as you're keeping it within a tight-knit group of people, you know, paid mods are a slippery slope. I'm not going to get into that. I don't really mess with trading and passing around paid mods, but I'm not your mom, so do whatever you want. Yeah, enjoy, and just save backups of your files in case you got to revert back. Anytime SCS updates, I guarantee you it's going to overwrite a new download file over your mods, so save your mod files as well, or just, you know, plan to repackage them occasionally or something like that if they make some changes. In fact, if they do an update, I'd maybe even extract theirs and just look and make sure they didn't change something in the manifest or something like that. But yep, pretty simple. It works, but you know, it's kind of a little glitchy in online. I mean, because it's not supposed to work like this, but it kind of still does. So use at your own risk, but enjoy.